China.
China?
Yeah. Can you hear? Is that
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
China Powers is my full name.
Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Long Island in New York, but I've traveled a lot around the U.S. and when I was younger in Europe. So,
well, like, what happened to you? Why did you end up being
in this situation? So my mom died when I was a little kid, when I was 6 years old. She died of a drug overdose, but besides the drugs, I wanted to know about her. So she traveled a lot when she was, alive, and she was a deadhead, a hippie, and so she'd be in like the woods. So when I was 18, I went out to California. I have my own family problems, obviously, and so battling within my grandparents' fears and stuff like that. So eventually I just started traveling. So I started hitchhiking across the U.S. I went from Florida to San Francisco alone. I've been to rainbow gatherings, and then this right here is like kind of our step, is my husband David, our step to get into housing and like back into society. So
like do you have any criminal records?
No.
So you've never been arrested?
I got arrested once. I did a little shoplifting when I was younger, and so.
But nothing serious?
No, I mean, I'm nothing with drugs, nothing with, just, I stole something, I got caught, and I took my consequence.
So where do you get your food from?
A lot of these people, they just give you, we'll get full meals of food, throughout the whole day.
So you pretty much have never been hungry, right?
No, not here. I mean, honestly, I feel like, because I've traveled a lot too, even while I was traveling, people are really, always want to take care of you food-wise. Sometimes, obviously people don't want to give you money as much because of there's, always judgment with people, they're this or they're that. But people are always really generous with food, which is good.
Yes, speaking about money, if it's not a secret, how much money do you make per day if you spend 8 hours on the streets?
8 hours on the street? So usually I sit here from when I wake up to when, let's say, so today our goal is 76 because there's a hotel downtown. So if I sit here from, let's say, noon to 8 o'clock at night, on a really good day, I could make I've made $400 once.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was there was a snowstorm coming and everybody felt bad, so there were 20, and then on a slower day, like today, I've made $50. So.
So in case you don't get the room,
yeah,
where are you planning to spend the night?
Right here. And in the summer, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, summer is not bad, but what about winter time if it's cold?
In the winter?
Yeah, where do you go?
So most nights we did get a room, but if we didn't, when it snowed, we'd sleep in the subway areas. So there's one over there. It's like a cubby or something where you get a little more heat. And then sometimes there some of the other homeless kids and us, we would all sleep in one area. So it was a little safer and stuff. Yeah, and warmer.
And how many homeless people would you say around this area?
I think in this area in particular, because there's a lot of tourists around here, so tourists, more money. So a lot of people sit up here. How many people would you say? Maybe 30, 40, 30 or 40 people. We know a lot of them.
Do you communicate?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think in this area in particular, there's a lot of friendliness around here.
What's your relationship with police?
With the police?
Yeah.
A lot of them are nice, and there's some assholes.
Do they tell you to leave?
Some spots, yeah. Usually they're pretty nice about it. They understand. I don't want to be in your way. They don't want to be in my way, kind of thing. So let's say sometimes when we're in a subway area or something, you gotta because we have a bed and stuff. We kind of hippie out, so we like to spread out and stuff. So sometimes they'll be you got to pack it up, just condense. Sometimes they say we have to go somewhere else. Usually if you're on this side of the sidewalk, not against the building, you're fine. They usually don't bother you. But there's there's one cop stole my sign one day, because he was an asshole.
So your sign says that you are pregnant,
yeah, I'm
right?
4 months pregnant.
4 months pregnant?
Yeah.
Do you have medical insurance?
Yeah, I have my Medicaid. We go to Bellevue, and I'm seeing a doctor, having a boy. Definitely, I take prenatal care. People have bought me a lot of prenatal care, vitamins and stuff, and then also we make enough money if I need to go get it. Usually, I'm taken care of. So,
Right.
Plus the doctors are really nice. So.
Do you have a cell phone?
He has a cell phone. It's we don't have service right now. It's not turned on. I personally, I don't really like cell phones because I'm always in it and then I don't get to talk to people, and I'm like, I'm very old-fashioned about that, like because of traveling. Sir, please don't take a picture of me without asking. Sir, please don't take. Some people are assholes and they like to take pictures without asking. Please don't take a picture without asking. Well, you didn't ask, dude. Like, so yeah, so people like. And that's like the whole thing that like there's a lot of things that don't bother me. That's one thing that does is like if somebody's gonna take a picture, like if you just ask, I usually won't even say give me $1. You know what I mean? Like just ask and like, because I get it. Like people don't see this a lot. You know what I mean? Like in Europe, there's not this. So I understand that. But it's when it's like I don't get a choice about it. That's when it upsets me. Sorry about that.
It's okay. So tell me what's your plans for the future?
So we're working with one of the homeless outreach places, Breaking Ground, to get housing right now. So, so hopefully within the next like month or so, we'll be inside in like an apartment. We get our own apartment, and then like I can stay at his or you can stay at mine. Which is, I know there's different programs. So I know there's one called BRC or BBC or something like that. And I think like if you're married or you have a domestic partnership, which marriage is $25, domestic partnership is $35 down at City Hall. They house you together, and then if so there's different programs, works different ways. So, but the one that we're working with, we each have our own caseworker, and he has a medical issue too. So he has a caseworker at Bellevue. So also that's another way to get housing. So we're in the process. So hopefully in the next.
So once you get an apartment, like what's your next step? What you gonna do? Are you gonna
good job? Job.
Baby,
yeah.
Yeah. What kind of job are you gonna looking for? You're gonna be looking for.
Honestly, anything, like whether it's a restaurant, retail, obviously something that's like enough pay. I know that New York's minimum wage is supposed to go up in the next year or before 2020. I don't know, 2020. It's supposed to go to $15, but obviously, I know I'm very talented. I'm skilled, so obviously I'm not going to be looking for a low-end job. Then again, I haven't gone to college, so I have a diploma, but I traveled instead of going to college, which was like. Which is positive and negative for me. So like I'm a very hands-on person, so I learned a lot from it, but obviously you don't get a degree with traveling, unfortunately.
But are you planning to get a degree?
Yeah, I mean, I've thought of going to cosmetology school, which is like, makeup, hair, I'm good with that. I'm also a singer-songwriter. Obviously that's a harder field to get into because if you're not famous, you don't make a lot of money. So, but that was like, when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a singer. Like that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid. But.
Right, let me ask you the last question. Do you have any siblings?
A half-sister. She lives in Brooklyn. Right now, because of our situation, my family knows I'm okay. They know I'm alive. Sorry, my family knows I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm safe. I take care of myself. But I try to, until we're inside, I'm kind of just, taking care of myself instead of burdening them with like worries and stuff. So, but yeah. Thank you.
Very interesting.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the air sucks out here. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Do you want some water? Oh, you have water. Okay. I'm sorry. I know, I've gotten used to it. Also, I grew up here, but this is the trucks and everything.
It's allergies.
Yeah. Also, Russia is a lot cleaner, I know. I think. No? It's not. It's gross.
Just me.
Okay.
It's cherry blossom or how you call it.
Yeah, I know. Because of spring. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been like pollen. I've never gotten that. I know a lot of people have. Famous.
Can you let me?
Famous too.
Would you let me to just take one shot from the